Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're gonna take on queer kid stuff and Riley Dennis all in one go. And joining me in this endeavor is Omegon. Go forth and subscribe to him as well, link in the description. Now, before we start, let's get some self-shilling in there. Got some new t-shirts for you to check out. These new ones are gorgeous with all-over print. Colorful as hell, but I also made a black and white version. And then there's this retro one. Can't wait for mine to get here. Enjoy.
Hey there, friends. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
And I am apparently a masochist.
No, I'm not playing along with this.
Come on, you said you would. Don't back out on me now, buddy.
You, I think, will love them. They got a great sense of humor.
Really?
No.
Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff.
Okay, maybe you're right. No, we should keep going. Damn it.
Hi.
Today we're talking about...
Whoa! What was that, Lindsay?
That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about...
Drugs?
It happened again!
I've got to admit, I'm now scratching my head a little bit.
Good, you're getting into the spirit of things.
I see the title,
Yes?
as you've got it written right there with those little blocks.
Go on.
You're using video transitions.
Bingo! Yep, that's what they're trying to say. Transitions. You know what they call this in the television industry? They call it a DVE, as in digital video effect. You know digital, as in binary. How do you like this analogy now?
Ready, Teddy?
Ready, Lindsay?
Okay, today we're talking about transitions.
Yeah, we figured that out from the block letters on your desk there. How about if you just get on with it? How about that?
Teddy, you already know what a transition is.
I do?
We just did one.
We did?
Yeah. Well, let's do it again and see if you can get it. Ready, Teddy?
I already told you I'm ready, Lindsay.
Teddy, that's our transition.
Oh,
I'm still somewhat scratching my head at this one, not because I'm trying to play stupid on purpose, but because you're trying to use a video effect to explain something else, but by doing it, you have oversimplified the idea that somebody could, and with your own transition, simply snap their finger and change.
I think that's their secret dream. They saw Infinity War and then they wondered, what if Thanos could just snap his finger and everyone would turn into a different gender? But anyway, of course, transitioning is much more complicated than that. But after all, these people are stupid, wouldn't you agree?
Quite stupid.
Indeed.
A transition is when you are between things or places or activities, like when we go from our theme song back to the episode topic.
So we're identifying that tiny little gap between an intro and the video where potentially some people don't even use an effect. Therefore, it's not a transition at all. It's just a segue, which, while you could also argue is a form of transition, doesn't carry with it the effect of an actual transition. Perhaps instead of using these comparisons of video types, it would be a lot better for you to focus on the subject matter instead, because dumbing it down actually gives me more of a headache.
Well, it's like Einstein said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. And these guys are going for really simplistic. I think that's what's giving you a headache. But as Churchill said, when going through hell, keep going.
Teddy, what do you usually do at school after you have free playtime?
we read a story.
Okay, well, what happens in between playtime and story time?
Oh my God, don't answer that question.
Oh, we clean up.
That's right.
Is that a transition?
Exactly.
Okay, so two quick things. After playtime, children in the United Kingdom have a cup of tea.
Yeah, you limey bastard. You really had to get that in there, didn't you?
Surfing a 30-foot wave in Waimea is cool. Dating a supermodel is cool. This is not cool!
Decaf, of course, we don't want them getting hyper.
Yes. Let's get on with the show, shall we?
2, that was not a transition at the end you reference. That is another activity.
Good catch.
Transitions are super important
I really wish people would stop saying super important.
because they're how we experience change. We use transitions for lots of different things.
This is one of the very few times in this video I tend to agree with you. Transitions are important. They're important especially when it comes to the subject of change. How this is relevant to queer kid stuff, considering what you've done so far, is almost a mystery, but thankfully I watched this before I recorded. Oh dear.
Also, don't forget that they're totally mixing up active transitions with passive ones.
But what does that have to do with us and queer kid stuff?
I was just about to get to that. I know it's been a while, Teddy, but do you remember what the T stands for in LGBTQ+?
I think you forgot a couple of letters there. The alphabet people will be very displeased.
Trans. It stands for trans or transgender.
That's right. And what does it mean to be trans?
It's when you do not identify with your assigned gender.
That's right.
I would like to offer a minor correction in that you've referenced it all as gender, but typically it is referenced to people who don't identify their gender with their birth sex. I do believe that distinction is quite important.
Indeed, good sir. You are quite right. Damn it, now you're turning me into a Brit.
Being trans means that the gender and pronouns you identify with don't match the gender you were assigned when you were born.
Oh, here we go. Assigned at birth.
I know I have a barge pole somewhere for this, because this particular phrase, assigned at birth, I just want to push it away and pretend it didn't happen.
Tell me about it.
If we're going to go down this path, then perhaps we should go back to the 15th century where all children were simply called girl until they were adult, which I'm not totally against, but at the same time, stop it. Please, just stop with this assigning at birth, kids not having the right to decide their gender for themselves. If this was going to be the case and I was allowed to when I was a kid, I more than likely would have referenced my gender as Orky Spider-Man Frostbreath Dragon Wings.
Indeed. When I was that age, my gender was Darth Vader. True story. No, really. I've actually told this story on my channel at least 2 times before, so I won't go into it now. Suffice it to say, you do a lot of stupid shit when you're a kid.
But what does that have to do with transition?
Don't look at me. I got nothing.
Well, sometimes trans and non-binary grown-ups go through what we call a transition.
They do?
Not all trans and non-binary people go through a transition, but a lot do. And transitions can look totally different from one person to another. Why don't we give my friend Riley a call? She'll help me explain.
I'm not going to make the audible and obvious groan because you've now enlisted Riley, because Riley is an entity unto Riley's self.
Okay, I'll do it then. Damn it.
What's he like?
No, he's a guy. Didn't pay much attention. Sorry.
Instead, I want to point out the terrible editing you do here of overlaying the video that you got from a Skype call onto a black-screened laptop.
Ooh, nitpicking, huh? I like it.
You could have instead just had Riley or asked Riley to sit and stare for a period of time that you could then crop and play back. I know it's a lot to ask and maybe I'm being a bit picky, but I don't know. I just wanted to moan about something, okay? I'm British. What do you expect?
Oh, that's fine. I'm American, and I just want to head down the road with my truck, getting 1 mile per gallon, sucking down cheeseburgers from the non-biodegradable styrofoam containers. I want to shoot at every road sign. I want to decorate my car with dead baby seals. And there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. You know why? Because we've got the bomb. This joke brought to you by Dennis Leary.
Hey, Riley.
Hi!
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Teddy.
Goodbye. Oh, we can't quit yet? Fuck.
Riley, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
I use she, her, or they, them pronouns, and I'm a non-binary trans woman.
Right, hang on.
I know, right? Non-binary, but it still ends in woman.
So everyone knows Riley started as Justin. Justin transitioned to Riley. Riley now identifies as non-binary. So is Riley transitioning from woman to non-binary, or is Riley already transitioned and is therefore a non-binary woman?
Yeah, while you're at it, please explain to me what a non-binary woman is.
I'm really confused. I would really like some clarity here, because I do not understand anything Riley said there.
Don't worry about it, bud. No one did.
And that's not me being a dick, I promise. I genuinely don't understand.
It's fine, dude. We're supposed to be dicks.
Riley, I was just trying to explain transitioning to Teddy. Can you help me out?
Sure, a gender transition is when a trans or non-binary person does something so their gender identity matches their gender presentation.
You expect kids to understand this shit?
This can look really different for different trans and non-binary people. For a trans woman, it might be as simple as growing her hair long.
Oh yeah, trans people are like Samson. Their strength is in their hair.
But there are lots of things you can do. Some grown-ups take hormones, either estrogen
Estrogen.
or testosterone.
Testosterone. Got it.
Perhaps I'm a bit ignorant on this, but when it comes to the subject of non-binary transitioning, I don't consider it or regard it as important as that of those going through hormone replacement therapy. I don't think they should be equated with one another either, because one is vastly more complex and has medical conditions connected to it.
Indeed, one is based in gender dysphoria and the other is based on being an emo punk and rebelling against your parents.
Estrogen helps someone present more feminine, and testosterone helps someone present more masculine, like growing facial hair. Some trans and non-binary grown-ups might get surgery as part of their transition. There are lots of different kinds of surgery. Usually we talk about top surgery and bottom surgery.
We're gonna talk about cutting the dick off now in the kids' show? Okay.
They were turned into eunuchs.
Eunuchs as in snippity-doo-dah?
Those kinds of surgeries help trans and non-binary people feel more at home in their bodies.
What does that mean? What's a body home?
Some people don't totally feel comfortable with their body.
What do you mean some people? That happens to everyone at some point in their life. Stop trying to make yourself special with stuff that isn't special.
Oh, then they should watch our video about body positivity.
They definitely should, Teddy.
No, you really shouldn't.
But sometimes it's a little more complicated than that. It really depends on the person, but some trans and non-binary people need to do certain things to feel like they've fully transitioned, and others might feel totally happy with their transition just by taking hormones or changing their clothes.
Hey, moron! Fucking moron!
Changing their clothes? Didn't you know sweater vests are a gender?
The next part bugs me. I do not support what Riley is about to mention, so I thought I'd put it out there.
You go, girl. Sorry. Riley's making me gender confused, alright?
That's right, Lindsay. Some trans and non-binary kids might transition too. Kids who are trans and non-binary can take something called a hormone blocker that stops their estrogen or testosterone, so it's easier for them to transition when they're grown-ups.
Please fasten your seatbelts and put your tray tables in their full upright position, and then put your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye, because Omegon is gonna have a rant.
I do not now, nor will I ever support giving a child puberty blockers, hormone blockers of any kind. A child is a child, and no offense to anyone that says otherwise, but you are fundamentally wrong if you believe by having a child halt puberty will in any way help them with a transition when it is still a child mind making an adult decision. A child must go through puberty. The child must be an adult before they make decisions like transitioning, which is, especially those that are not non-binary, as that is just earlier stated an expression and easily done, would have to go through HRT in the future. They'd be diagnosed with gender dysphoria, something which non-binary does not get diagnosed with.
Amen, brother man. There's really nothing to add to that except to say that, yes, I too do not condone child transitioning.
But it's really, really important to talk to your grown-ups and a doctor about that if you think it's something you might want.
I think we've covered it, Riley.
Even she got tired of him now. Or her, or whatever.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we've had just about enough for you.
I have had enough of you!
Bye!
I get that you wanted to use Riley because Riley, having a larger platform, has what many would call clout, along with that whole personal experience of a certain type, the clout being key though. But I would suggest, if you intend to teach this to children, which I'm sure many can debate whether or not you should, instead use an expert.
Sure, but what expert, pray tell, would be caught dead here?
Potentially you could dumb it down.
I'm pretty sure this is as dumb as it'll get.
Don't forget to check out Riley's channel. She has tons of super informative videos about the LGBT.
Shut up, I'm talking. Look, as much fun as me and Omegon has had with this video, this is a serious problem with our society. Allowing kids, and you know kids because we've all been one, and you know what kind of crazy ideas can take root in a child's mind. Hell, not even adults are immune to it. Just look around. So allowing kids, sometimes as young as 5 according to these people, to make decisions that will make or break their entire lives is at best certifiably insane and at worst insidiously evil. We as adults need to keep in mind that kids are kids, and we should let them be kids. They shouldn't have to make decisions that could ruin their entire lives. They should never be faced with such things. But just to clarify, whatever you want to do as an adult, I have no problem with. Transition every day of the week for all I care. Well, if you did that, I might just make a video laughing at you, but there would be no moral outrage about what you do as an adult. That's up to you. But no child has the ability to make such a decision and foresee all its consequences. So can we please not feed hormones to kids? Anyway, that's it for this time. So thanks for watching and see you next time.